Hey, have you re-upped your car insurance policy recently? Well, one WBZ viewer got extreme sticker shock when her rate doubled. So that propelled us to ask, why is car insurance suddenly more expensive? Well, BZ's Mike Sullivan gets answers in tonight's Question Everything.
Cars zip through the streets of Boston, some expensive, some cheap. But whether Tesla or Toyota, they all have one thing in common. They must be insured. Car owners may want to buckle up. The prices will take you for a ride.
On the news that day, everybody was saying, oh, inflation's down, it's really great. And I look at the bill, and it doubled.
The Dolans have two cars, both are 10 years old.
Yeah, of course I have the keys.
Last year, Jean Dolan paid $828. This year, her bill came to $1,644.
I think it's been maybe, I want to guess, between 35 and 40 years since I've ever made a claim.
She quickly called a Geico agent, convinced something was wrong.
And he said, well, you know, those figures are right. It's like, what? You just said you thought it was high.
Her bill shows more than $1,700 in discounts.
That must mean that my bill would have been $3,300 without those discounts.
Jean was baffled, angry, but never at a loss for words.
This is the insurance complaint form that I took online.
She wrote letters to the Commission of Insurance for Massachusetts and to the Attorney General.
It had a spotlight, but it wasn't big enough for me, because I had a lot to say. Does that mean that everybody's insurance doubled? Or was it just like a few senior citizens here and there?
We spoke with a local insurance expert. Turns out the cost of doing business is on the rise. When two cars collide, the damage is inevitable. Only now, cars have more pricey technology built into the bumper, the windshield, and electronic sensors.
Everything now that you hit on a car is something that costs much more.
Expensive parts are just part of the problem, according to insurance expert Tom Skelly. It's also tough to get the parts because of supply chain issues. There's also a shortage of auto repair technicians. Insurers are also facing huge losses due to more crashes and deaths post-pandemic.
Shop around. That's our main advice for insurance coverages and for any kind of incidences on the roadways.
Jean is scheduled to meet with an independent insurance agent next week. In Boston, I'm Mike Sullivan, WBZ News.
Well, if you have a question you want answered, we want to hear from you. All you got to do is send us an email, questioneverything@cbsboston.com.